The South Florida Business Today show, and this part of the segment is sponsored by the Coral Gables Athletic Club. And if you have not got a chance to see the new revisions they've made over there at the Coral Gables Athletic Club, you definitely want to take a look at it. It is a brand new facility in a historic site, which is always great to look at, to see that we've actually preserved. And I know that Susana could always talk about that, the preservation of old properties versus the destruction and the rebuilding of the white concrete and whatever. Sure, it's nice, but it's nothing like seeing something that's been around for a long time. So if you haven't got a chance, folks, get yourself over to the Coral Gables Athletic Club as well as the Coral Gables Country Club. Now, we're getting ready for your favorite segment, which is Art Talk with the lovely and talented Susana Baker.
Good morning, Anthony. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing well. My team did not win in the Super Bowl, but my team is the Giants. They weren't even in it, so I guess they couldn't win it. You know,
I'm telling you, was that an exciting game?
It was incredible. It was incredible after the blackout, I guess, you know?
Yeah, 108 million viewers, the third largest watched program ever in the history.
And I'm trying to figure out how do I get $1 for every viewer.
I'm happy with 2 cents. Anyway, I have to tell you, I am so excited. You know, I love what I do, and I get empowered every day meeting the most exciting people in Miami in the industries that support and empower the arts.
And you do. You bring on the most fascinating guests I've ever seen. It's amazing.
Well, I got to tell you,
the lady outside your door with a hook and a ladder.
The lady in front of us, her name is Ariana Testamark Orellana. She's the Vice President of Miami Biennial. Welcome, Ariana. Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
I was very excited to share the platform yesterday with this lady, Ariana, who visionary with her organization, a nonprofit called Miami Biennial, spearhead, along with the support of other major organizations like WADA, Wynwood Arts District, and receiving a grant, which is not easy, for the very first public art installation in Wynwood as a permanent crosswork by Carlos Cruz Diaz. Congratulations.
Thank
That
you.
is amazing. Now, let me tell you a little bit, Art Talk listeners, and I know we have...
Well, you know, she's got a tremendous smile on her right now, so, you know, she's
telling
like, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you who Carlos Cruz Diaz is. I'm sure you know who he is. Not only is he a world master in kinetic
I don't know who
arts.
he is, but I know you. That's all I need to know.
Oh, well, listen, here in America, besides in the Houston Art Museum, all the museums around the world, for a permanent art installation, he did the Marlins Walkway.
Oh, sure.
You know? Also in Venezuela, he's done all the airports. I mean, what has Carlos Cruz Diaz, the colorful, he even actually influenced the logo of the Marlins with those bright colors and the oranges and the reds and the greens and kinetic, where things, if you look at them one way, they have one certain composition, but if you move a little bit to the left or right or dance with the piece, the whole composition changes. And this crosswalk, Anthony, which is now graced us on Northwest 25th Street and Northwest 2nd Avenue, as you're crossing the street, it changes. And with all this excitement, Ariana, please tell me, how did you get a hold of Carlos Cruz Diaz? Just a conception. I mean, I'm just over excited about this project. Tell us, and please tell our viewers, the people who are listening to us, how did you come up with Wynwood Ways?
Well, Miami Biennale was co-founded by Milagros Maldonado Blaubach, who is a visionary in the arts, and myself. Milagros Maldonado, I can consider my mentor. She has a very, very long story in the arts, from Rauschenberg to Carlos Cruz Diaz. She has been working with the maestro since the early 1970s. And actually last year, when we were working on the Wynwood Ways project, which is the project that wants to enhance Wynwood and make it a pedestrian-friendly cultural destination, Milagros Maldonado Blaubach got a tumor with cancer. So that got extracted, thank God, and she's right now on treatment. But at that point where the project started to move after a long time that we were trying to push it, she got sick and she actually got out of bed to talk to Maestro Cruz Diaz and ask him if he could do the crosswalk.
Wow.
And he donated the design to us, so we're very proud and happy. I mean, we really admire Carlos Cruz Diaz, and we know that he has a lot on his plate. I want to thank the Cruz Diaz Foundation and Maestro Cruz Diaz and all his family. He has such a beautiful workplace where all the family works together. It's called La Colmena, like the bees nest,
Oh, wow.
because they work like little bees all day. So it's really nice. They're really, really nice people. I want to thank the Knight Foundation also for believing in this exciting project and ambitious project, because we have 50 intersections to go now to
Wow.
consolidate the whole
So
neighborhood.
it's not just now. You have to picture this, Anthony. Here is Joey's. You know, Joey's is in the corner.
Sure.
Then you got Pan American Art Projects. Then you got Escasso, and across the street you have the in-house Playhouse. So here is a vision, which I tip my hat to you and Milagros, because you know, if I was, and I'm always thinking, you know, like, I put Quereos Aetos at the Borinquen Clinic, I'm always looking at the skyline. You know, when I'm thinking of art, and if I was to do an installation,
Right.
you know, you think of a wall or you think of a skyline, and obviously Wynwood is an eclectic place of just a melting pot, potluck of so many artists. It's a pedestrian-friendly neighborhood. It's, you have all the hundreds and over 300 murals. You have 70 to 100 galleries, eclectic bars. I mean, it's really coming along beautifully. And the focus and the empowerment of the Miami Venial Wynwood Arts District, and for the Knight Foundation, and for these two lovely ladies to say, I'm going to look at the floor. You know, look at the street and actually come up with the most amazing.
Oh wow, we're looking at a
walkway.
photo. Oh my God!
I'm telling you,
See, this is exactly what we. This
If
is
you
what.
scroll down, you'll see the whole. You'll
Yeah.
see
I-
Brazil, Italy.
So-
See, we're
Dominican.
bringing Europe. We're bringing Europe to Miami.
Yeah, and that's Carlos Cruz Diaz. He is, what is he, 83 years old now? 83 years old. He is a master. You're learning from the best and working with Jesus Soto and all these fabulous Queto Marcelo, all these wonderful
Oh, wow.
kinetic artists. Now, let me tell you something. The installations of Carlos Cruz Diaz are world renowned. They're in all the major
Gorgeous.
airports
Absolutely
and
gorgeous.
schools and universities. And now in America, we can say he is now working. I'm so happy that he's fallen in love with Miami, I would say. They started, Carlos Cruz Foundation started in 2005 here in Miami to continue
Gorgeous.
the vision and the empowerment of how Carlos Cruz Diaz sees culture and society moving forward. So with these two ladies of Ariana Testamark Orellana and Milagros Maldonado to come to the plate and say, look, I'm not going to look at a building, I'm not going to look at a wall, we're going to do something different, and we're going to contact one of the most phenomenal people who has changed the whole way a sidewalk, a wall, a walkway would look. And to bring Carlos Cruz Diaz to donate
Yeah, sure.
this crosswalk, and to do it in a also, you know, you've worked so hard to get this off the ground for a couple of years, you're saying, and then the way it happens that you get it approved, you get the grant, you get the atelier of Carlos Cruz Diaz to come down and to install it, and sadly, but at the same time, almost like an omen, a homage to Tony Goldman, who passed away 2 months ago. So the intersection is dedicated to Tony Goldman. It was done yesterday with the Goldman family, Jessica and Joey and her husband and Joe First and Marlo Courtney, and of course Ariana, who spearheaded this with Milagros, and with the empowerment of the Knight Foundation. It's just amazing. I mean, what you've done, and all it takes is really the passion and commitment and the vision, so important. But the vision is one thing, right? You think of something and you say, wow, what a great idea. But then to make it a reality, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Milagros Maldonado Blaubeck and Tony Goldman have influenced a lot so that I could execute this project. I admire Tony Goldman and consider that each conversation that I had with him while he was alive was educational. I wish that he would have done given lessons to the children and
Yeah, he was fabulous.
to teach us all everything that and pass on the knowledge that is so valuable. I mean, because he changed so many neighborhoods around during his lifetime. So I consider a master class every time I spoke to Tony.
Absolutely.
And also on many things and tips that he gave us.
So he
were
really
very
helped
helpful.
move the project along the way.
Yes, and Miami Biennale also has a history with Joey's, because at the beginning we didn't have an office because there was a warehouse that was purchased by Milagros Maldonado's family that was in the process of being remodeled. And our first classes, our first lectures were at Joey's. So
Right, the wine tasting.
That's right.
Tuesdays, wine and art lectures.
Exactly.
Which
So
was really wonderful.
yes, we're going to try to do that
I would love to help you with
at
that.
the new space on 27th
Oh
in
my
North
gosh.
Miami
Well, you
Avenue.
can